Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Doug Gaylor. He's the president and COO at Crescendo. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is CXDO on NASDAQ, and Crescendo will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet Microcap Showcase, in partnership with Microcap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information to register, to meet with Doug, to see the Crescendo presentation, please register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Doug, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Thanks, Bobby. Great to be here, and always a pleasure to be able to speak to the Planet Microcap audience. And looking forward to the conference in April.
Absolutely, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to welcome you back and have you there. So, Doug, it's been about a year since the last time we did an interview together. So we're going to do an update and whatnot. But before we get there, for those that don't know the Crescendo story, can you give us that quick overview of the company?
Yeah, absolutely. So Crescendo is a unified communications as a service company, so basically cloud communications. And we are the third largest platform provider of unified communications in the country behind Cisco and Microsoft. We're the fastest growing UCaaS provider in the country, as noted by Frost and Sullivan last year. Just tremendous opportunity in the cloud communication space, and the fact that we've got over 5 million users on our platform and are the fastest growing cloud communication provider out there is just a lot to be proud of. So also at the end of last year, we were awarded the Deloitte Fast Technology 500 Award of one of the fastest growing companies in the country. So, all of the things are pointing in the right direction, and looking forward to highlighting all of those great benefits on this call, and then more in depth with our one-on-ones in the Planet Microcap conference in April.
Very good. All right. Well, let's get that update. Last time we did an interview together, we published that in January 2024. So, you know, let's, what would you say have been some of the company's highlights? You alluded to a couple of them already, but what would you say are the full highlights for the company in the last 12 months or so?
Absolutely. I mean, the company is hitting on all cylinders right now. So we just announced our earnings for 2024 last week. Had a tremendous year. We had 14% organic growth year over year. We had our sixth straight quarter of GAAP profitability. We finished the year at almost 61 million in revenue. That was up 14% over the prior year. We finished with 2 million of GAAP profitability. That was up at 577% over the previous year. Had great adjusted EBITDA on the bottom line. So hitting on all cylinders. The best part is that we managed to the fundamentals, Bobby. So when you look at the company itself, we had free cash flow of over $8 million for the year. Finished the year with 18 million cash on the balance sheet and virtually no debt. So we managed to the fundamentals of growing, but growing profitably and making sure we got a pristine balance sheet.
Very good. So, just looking at the competitive landscape a little bit, you mentioned at the top there's, what was it again? It was Cisco, Microsoft, and then Crescendo. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking multi-billion, multi-billion, and then we got Crescendo at, around, it's still very, in microcap space on the larger
Right.
end, so they're filling this gap for me, and what's the strategy to ultimately, it sounds like, win business away from some of these massive players in the space.
Yeah, so we've got some great catalysts happening in the industry right now, and that's really to our benefit. So Cisco bought BroadSoft 6 years ago to be the number one provider in the space for UCaaS platforms. Microsoft bought Metaswitch 4 years ago to be the number two player in the space, and we're now the number three player in the space, again, servicing over 5 million users on our platform. But in the last year, Cisco downsized BroadSoft and increased prices and kind of alienated their community. And so that disrupted a lot of the Cisco licensees to wonder, hey, what's a better option look like out there? And Microsoft did them one better for us. Microsoft at the beginning of last year laid off about 50% of the Metaswitch group. Then they announced end of life on the product. Then they reversed the end of life and decided to just divest of the division completely in December, and that deal was just finalized here last week. So Microsoft sold off that division and is basically out of the platform area. So what does that do for us? The 800 or so licensees that have the Microsoft platform out there are all looking for alternatives. In fact, in 2024, we picked up 7 Microsoft licensees and 3 Cisco licensees of the 17 new licensees that we brought on board. So 10 of them came from Cisco and Microsoft combined. And that creates just a tremendous opportunity for us. That division of our business grew at 30% organically last year because of the disruptive factors of Cisco and Microsoft not really taking care of their community out there, and us welcoming that community to come to Crescendo with open arms.
Playing devil's advocate, I mean, why were the two biggest players in essence, everybody hearing this like, well, they're downsizing. So is that like what is that saying about the UCaaS industry? I'm sure you get that question all the time.
Yeah, it's just not their core competency. I mean, Cisco
Fair.
is,
Okay.
one of the largest companies in the world, and Microsoft is in the top five largest companies in the world. And so, for Microsoft, it's not their primary focus. They bought Metaswitch 4 years ago, hoping that they would move all those licensees over to Azure, their cloud based hosted serving. And so that didn't happen. And so after a couple of years, Microsoft said, "Hey, what are we doing in this space? It's not really our core competency." Same with Cisco. Cisco is so focused on the networking and internet infrastructure portion of their business that the BroadSoft part of their business was just kind of a um, good portion, but it wasn't a significant portion of their business. So, for both of those companies, I think at the end of the day, it was like, hey, that's not their core competency, and they were focused somewhere else. That's again to our benefit because all we do is UCaaS. UCaaS isn't going away. I mean, the industry is booming. If you look at Gartner, the industry is projected to grow at a 10% compounded annual rate for the next 5 years to come. So there's tremendous opportunity out there, and it's an opportunity that we're seizing and taking advantage of way more so than the competition right now.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate you addressing that because I'm sure you get that asked all the time, right? You're just like,
Oh,
wait,
we do, and it's
yeah,
it's something that again, if you look at the same challenges on the retail side of the house where we sell direct end user customers, the two largest players in that sector are Avaya and Mitel. Avaya just came out of their second bankruptcy in 5 years, and Mitel just filed for bankruptcy this week. So, again, that's a great catalyst for us because that's just increasing opportunities that are looking for alternatives. So when the top two players in both segments of our business are faltering, people are looking for alternatives, and we're the best solution for them.
absolutely. Well, Doug, to close us out here today, from what you can tell us, you addressed a few of some of the catalysts and themes that folks should really be paying attention to. Is there anything we missed that folks should also be looking at when they're considering Crescendo?
Yeah, probably the last big catalyst for us is AI. You talk about artificial intelligence, and that's kind of the buzzword going around in every sector and every industry. But for us, it's a deliverable. I mean, when we talk about AI, it's here's what AI is doing for us today. We sell AI solutions for small and mid-sized businesses today that are deployable and actionable immediately. And so when we talk about AI, we can go into a 15 or 20 person company and give them AI tools that previously would have been outrageously expensive, but it makes their companies more productive, more efficient, and very affordably. So when we look at that, I think we're a game changer when it comes to AI because AI is helping us help the small business in their communications, and that's a critical aspect. So we're not talking about AI in the future like it's going to be some great thing. We're talking about AI today that's driving business, driving revenue, and driving our success.
Awesome. Very good, Doug. Well, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Crescendo?
Yeah, obviously you can go to our website, www.crescendo.com. It's an interesting spelling. So CREXENDO.com. You can follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. And of course, you can see us at the Planet Microcap conference in April, and we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you, Doug, so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe, and I'll see you in Vegas.
Okay, sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.